What's up guys, CJ here and welcome back to another all-new episode of Origins, where we explore the history of your favorite characters on and off the screen. This week, in honor of Inhumans' network TV debut this Friday on ABC, we'll be taking a look at the entire species of Inhumans and how they came to be, specifically in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Millennia ago, a war raged across the galaxy between the Kree and an unknown foe believed to be the Skrulls. Trying to get a leg up on their enemy, one faction of Kree began to experiment on intelligent species in an attempt to create a new race of warrior slaves. These efforts brought the Kree to Earth, where they genetically modified human DNA to create the Inhumans. However, the Kree were forced to end their project by other factions and left Earth before their plans for the new Inhumans were complete. However, the Kree left behind many Terrigen crystals. The crystals, when touched, release the Terrigen Mist, which activate latent genetic abilities within those with Inhuman DNA, unlocking their powers and forever altering them. While Inhumans before Terrigenesis could live basically in general society, often not knowing they were different than normal humans, those that had gone through the process often saw major physical and mental changes, sometimes obvious, which forced them into hiding. As a result of this, they founded several independent Inhuman communities hidden from the public eye. One such, hidden in the mountains of China, was Afterlife, home to a community of Inhumans led by Jia Yang. Another secret community was the city of Adelan, established in a crater on the moon. Due to this, their tribe existed and grew with little to no contact with Inhumans or humans on Earth, and we don't know how Adelan ended up on the moon in the MCU, but it could have to do with those Kree experiments. Adelan is home to the Inhuman royal family, the rulers of the city, and by extension, the rest of the Inhumans on Earth. Led by King Black Bolt and his wife Medusa, their reign might be facing turmoil soon, as the population in the limited space of the city has always been a stressor. While the Inhumans have been limited to television thus far, there are several notable members from the comics that have already made their big screen debut. First and foremost, the aforementioned Black Bolt. As King of the Inhumans, he's potentially the best known one there is, and iconically he's mute by choice. His power is acoustic kinesis, causing devastating damage whenever he opens his mouth. His wife, Queen Medusa, has a similarly iconic power. She can manipulate and control her long hair, commanding it to act as extra limbs, take shape, grab things, and more. Another notable Inhuman so far in the MCU is Black Bolt's brother, Maximus. Maximus in the beginning of the series at least has no powers, merely being a conniving genius. However, in the comics, he does display the ability to control or influence the minds of nearby people. On the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. side of things, there have been several well-known Inhumans so far. First and foremost, Daisy Johnson, aka Skye, aka Quake. Though we didn't know her real identity at first, Quake has become their best-known hero with the ability to emit seismic waves. Yo-Yo Rodriguez is a character with a smaller role in the actual comics themselves, but is an Inhuman nonetheless. She joined the team in Season 4 with the ability to move at super speed, with the catch that she always goes back to where she started after a heartbeat. The show also featured the villain Lash, an Inhuman that tracked and killed other Inhumans almost instinctually, with enhanced strength, speed, durability, a healing factor, and the ability to shoot blasts of blue energy. Behind the scenes, the Inhumans first appeared in Fantastic Four number 45 in 1965, co-created by the legendary team of Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. After their creation, they appeared in various other books, with their origins outlined first as a series of backup stories in Marvel's Thor series from 1967 to 1968. After that, the team kind of bounced around for almost a decade, fighting the Silver Surfer here, an ongoing 10-part story, and an anthology series there, before finally landing their own titular series in 1975. This would be short-lived though, only running 12 issues before ending in 1977. Since then, the Inhumans have largely existed as secondary characters to more popular heroes and teams like the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, and the group they're most often compared to, the X-Men. In recent years, though, the Inhumans have returned to prominence, especially in the aftermath of 2013's Infinity event, which saw the Inhuman population grow greatly after the detonation of the Terrigen bomb, spreading the mist across the globe and basically bringing what was once a sacred ritual process to the entire world's population. A film adaptation of the characters was reported to be in the works as early as 2011 and confirmed by Marvel itself in 2014, set to release in November of 2018. But then, development hell struck, and the film was delayed again, and by 2016 it was completely off of Marvel's release schedule. But still, the Inhumans made their first MCU appearance in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2 in 2014, and they've been an integral part of that series since, with multiple central characters now members of the Inhuman race. The royal family finally made their first debut earlier this month in Marvel and IMAX's The Inhumans, centering around the family, their intrigue, and Maximus's plot against his brother Blackagar. As far as recommended reading goes, despite a history of some hit-or-miss books, there are some diamonds in the rough with the Inhumans. Personally, I love Paul Jenkins and Jay Lee's series Inhumans from 1998, but for a more modern take, Charles Soule's run is also pretty good, that being from 2014 and 2015. And of course, you can't beat the classics, and if you can find it, go check out 1965's Fantastic Four number 45 for the first appearance. That, though, was going to bring us to the end of this episode of Origins. Let us know what you thought in the comment section down below, but that's going to do it for me here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider checking out our website, hybridnetworkyt.com. And if you love our content and want to take your support of the channel a step further, please go ahead and check out our Patreon linked in the description below. We've actually just worked on revamping it and retooling it, and we're working on some exclusives right now, so you guys are going to get stuff for your support that regular viewers won't have access to. As I said, please feel free to support as we keep trying to bring you the best content possible.